Hello everyone, my name is Fen and this is Starsector. So last time we were getting ready to colonize our first planet, and looking through these I did find that mining can be used to get volatiles, uh, ore and everything else. So with that in mind, we're actually going to go to Ishmara and make that our first colony, and that's going to be all about mining. Now, the thing about how colonies work in this game is when you are mining, the hazard rating, well, the hazard, here's how it works. So, you know how this, did you see how this planet has a hazard rating of 250? What that means is if it's 100%, then the base cost of industries and the base cost of the planet is multiplied by whatever this is. So, at 100%, it's 1. It's multiplied by 1 essentially, so it would be, say, 1,000 credits. At 250, it's multiplied by 2.5, so that would be 2,500 credits. Now, because it's creating a lot more, because it's creating more resources, we will be able to then export those specific resources. And as this colony grows, we will begin to get more people. Now there is a problem, and that problem is that when we colonize this planet, it's going to take a while to get going, and also it's going to cost us 1,000 crew to actually do it to begin with. Now that 1,000 crew is going to be quite costly to us, so we're not going to, because we need 825 crew to even function. So we need our crew base to come to at least 2,000, well, at least 1,825 to even be able to do this without causing ourselves problems. So instead, we're going to go see if we can buy some things. We also want to know who our friends are going to be. Majek and Tritachyon, they seem to be complete douchebags when it comes to technology and corporations. They only seem to care about money. So those sound sort of like my kind of people, especially when I'm trying to found a colony. So let's go hang out with these douchebags, make lots of money, and hopefully, just hopefully, we will be able to survive into the end game. So, on our way to Majek now, and we will, if we can, we might accept a commission with Tritachyon when the opportunity presents itself. So, Intel, are there any bounties right now? Yes, but they're all old. So, when we see something for Tritachyon going into the future, we'll want to jump on that so we can get some faction with them. We're not strong enough to take on a pirate base just yet, so we're not going to even try that. But to Majek we go. And what are you? Scavenger? Alright. Yeah, let's turn our transponder on so they know who we are. And let's make our way to wherever this is that we're going to. Trebicina. No, Tibicina. It's Tibicina. Cena. Dun 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 dun. Alright, so let's. So we need to buy a bigger. We need to buy a troop transport that's a bit bigger. So what do they have on the market? Nothing. Nothing that we care about. We already have a ton of supplies that we can get from them. So what do they have in terms of this? Nothing that we're too worried about. Those aren't sold at, well, they're sold kind of close to cost. Yeah, we'll just pick those up. Fuel is expensive, so we're not going to buy that from them. They are not selling those for cheap. Domestic goods we can't draw a profit on from them either. Drugs we could get a profit on at Algebar. And Umbra will buy them for quite a premium as well. Alright, so we will need lots of food. So this is actually one of the main issues with colonizing in the Penelope system, is nothing there grows food. It's a bit of a problem. No less than, okay, so that means we will have to trade to get food. I would like, if possible, to just have everything be centered in that star system. Everything that we need there, so it's completely self-sustaining, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to do that. So what do we have here? Efficiency overhaul. We'll take it. We'll buy it, and then we will learn it. Okay, so doesn't seem like there's anything here that we would want. The Maulers are great at playing keep away with enemies. Alright, so let's now go to Nova Maxis and see what we can get there, because we need more troops, which is due. We have this pirate convoy. I would like to jump them and kill them, but I would also like to get a few more combat ships first before we do that. So over here, what can we buy from them? We need... I would like to get another Starliner if at all possible. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that. We could get a modified version of that, but it doesn't have any cargo space, really. Crew maximum cargo is very low compared to where it could be. This is the combat version of this. Yeah. Alright, so nothing there that we would want. Where can we sell this for what? For high? Here we can sell it. Do you guys want these guys? No. How much are you selling pirate soldier marines for? Not the best price. Okay, so let's now sell a bunch of stuff we don't necessarily want, so we can clean up our inventory a little bit. It's a heavy machine gun. Right, so we'll hang on to those for now. And what can we get from here that is useful to us? Not much. We can get more daggers. Suppose we could buy one more dagger. Okay, so none of this seems to be desirable for us. We could buy those for a premium, or we could buy all their supplies and have room left over. We're going to do that. So open market again. How much are supplies here? Too expensive right now. And what is this? Annihilator rocket pod. This is the medium version of it, and it only fires straight, so not all that useful to us. Right, so let's go and make our way. Let's go and make our way to the Kanta's Den now and see what we can buy there. I would like to be able to just found little space stations as well, and just to see what we can do with them. So, are there any enemies in this area? Yes, there are. Okay, that's not good. Hopefully they don't try to attack us. Let's see, what can we trade? What can we buy? Nothing that we care about. Then they would like to buy these from us for a relatively good price. So we'll sell them those supplies. Do they care about fuel? No. Okay, so we'll sell them all those. We will go back to fleets. What can we buy here? nothing there that we care about, and nothing here that we really care about either. Alright, well, let's hope we can get away from that other pirate before it becomes a fight that we don't want. Okay, cool. So let's transverse jump out of here so Tritachyon doesn't create a problem for us. And goes gonna check, and then okay, so we have this has all been fully surveyed. Where's this? Okay, so those are pretty nice as well, but it's far from where I want to actually go. Okay, so we need to just find a different ship that we can use to... We need to find a Starliner to play around with. So... we don't really care about the Luddic Church. They can go die for all we care. And... but are there 10 planets here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10 here. It'd be really nice. I don't think they would appreciate us settling here, though, as fun as that might be. Anyway, that would make it to where we couldn't trade with Chalcedon, so let's see what's next. Arcadia is over here. We are going to want to rebuild our ships, our fleet. Let's go over here to Arcadia and make our way to Nakata and see where that gets us. Because if we can get more fuel from Nakata and we can get lots of supplies... Oh, we don't want to jump right on the star. That doesn't really work well for us. Okay, so Arcadia, what planet? Citadel Arcadia, it's Smallville Station. Let's go there. Turn on that transponder and jump right into Cyrix. Cyrix? So that salvage fleet over there. Alright, so what can we buy from you in terms of ships? Not a Starliner, so that's not great. But what can we buy from you in terms of supplies? So we can buy a decent number of supplies from you. We could buy fuel, but we're not going to. Marines, we can buy some of them and sell those on the market. Let's see. Okay, we have those. Is there like a medium-sized version of the anti-fighter rockets? I'm not too sure on that. I'd like to find out if there is. Okay, so we have all of those. We need to make our way to Chalcedon. What does Chalcedon want to buy? Chalcedon wants fuel and they want supplies. How much supplies? 600. Okay, so done that. Who can we go to now? I think their names will be gray if they are independent. So let's go over there and buy some supplies from them. Oh yeah, that's right, we have drugs. We have organs that we want to get rid of. So we'll sell those off. Just to dump them. How much do you sell these for? Okay, that's a little high, but we'll take what we can get, I suppose. Just so we can get tons and tons of supplies so we can make some pretty big sales. Okay, so insulated engine assembly, it isn't, I think we don't have this yet. So we'll sell, we will buy, we will learn that. Let's go over to ships. What can we buy from them? Can we get a Starliner? No. Alright, well, let's see. They have too many transplonics to take. Let's go over to Namos. To Namios. And okay, so we'll want to head over to his Brazil and curb stomp some pirates. So, what do they have here? So this one, accelerated shields, mod spec, we'll take it. We'll learn it. Black market. Oh, okay, so we'll tell you if it's already known. Cool. I probably should have checked there first. So we can get this for a decent price, for not a great price, but it's better than nothing. And now let's go over to fleet. What do they have to sail? Nothing that we care about. Alright, so let's go to Nakata, buy a bunch of gas. Let's see. Yeah, Nachiteka and Nakara has a bunch of gas just waiting for it, just waiting for us. So let's go to Nachiteka. And it's right there, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Okay, so to Nachiteka we go. And we will buy a bunch of fuel from them. Then we'll go to Umbra. Where is his Brazil, by the way? Is there like a search that I can do? I mean, there is, but I have to go here. Stars. Let's go by name. I'm going to go to H's. Inhabited. Let's go to... Okay, H's. I suppose going... yeah, I suppose there's no... yeah, I suppose there's no inhabited stars, so let's go look for H. Who's Brazil? So where are you? Okay, I see it. So yeah, we will go to Nakata, then we will go to Asconia, and then finally his Brazil. Okay, we don't want any trouble with him. Ah, no, what are we doing? So, it's time to buy gas. And lots of... Well, that's not good. Let's see if we can... Gravity well. Let's see, where is Nakata in terms... Where is Nachiteka here? So it's pretty close to the star. Well, screw it. Maybe we can just slip in here and not have a ton of problems. Oh, wait. No, we want that transponder on so they don't get angry with us. Okay. So there seems to be a lot of pirate activity or enemy activity here. Let's repair our ships. Let's sell off the stuff we don't need right now. I think we want the salamanders though. Okay. Ah, no. I'm going to do it on the black market. So let's just sell all the stuff that we're not using at the moment. Free up a little bit of space. And because things are done the job, we can sell these for like emergency funds. So the class 4s seem to be the best planets. Okay, so what do we have here? We can buy more tridents, we could buy daggers, we can get some armored weapon mounts that we can learn. There are a lot of these, so we could use... So we saw what happens when we have on our drover when it has the Annihilator rockets. Those are good, but it has the problem of most of them miss. So if we replace them all with the Swarmer rockets, maybe that will have a greater impact on the battle. So let's try that. Just to see what happens. It'll probably be a complete disaster as usual, but maybe it won't. Okay, and if I make it to where they all fire at once, it'll be useful, I suppose, but they also will all get to fire, what, 15 times total? That might not be all that useful in the long run over a course of battle. Okay, so we can go over here. What kind of rockets can what kind of missiles can we get here? Lots and lots of Pila. Yeah, we could get lots and lots of Pila, and that's about it. So, cool. Now what kind of ships can we buy? We need a Starliner of some sort. And there don't seem to be any that we can buy right now. So, we are going to not really bother with that. And when I don't want to get our fleet too big again, because once we do, like we don't have much to defend it with, I prefer to not just get annihilated again. So, can we do... Okay, so we bought a ton of... Did we actually buy fuel? No, not yet. So it's relatively cheap there. Let's buy the cheap fuel with Terros. Then let's follow it up with the more expensive fuel without Terros to maximize the amount of money that we're able to potentially gain here. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's give the Heron the daggers instead of tridents. Let's see. So if we go with one torpedo, if we go with torpedoes to ordnance, what does this actually get us? So here it's effectively 6 ordnance per torpedo. So if we just stay at that same rate, that would be 24 per torpedo with the daggers if we scale it up to 4 daggers. This one's only a 1 extra, so we're not paying that much of a difference, but we are getting more torpedoes out there, so I'm just going to hang on to that. Okay, so I think we've done everything we can here. What can we do with this? Those aren't being sold at a great price for us. And there doesn't seem to be anything any techs that we can sell, that we can buy. We have the advanced gyros, which we'll buy. And what about over here? Nothing that we really care about. Okay. So, we have more than enough crew, we have lots of fuel, we have lots of supplies to the point we need to start selling it off. So let's go to Asconia and try to sneak our way over to Umbra, so we can hopefully go and make a good chunk of money and maybe afford an extra Starliner when one shows up. Okay, so there seems to be some battles going on here. None of them are... Oof. Okay. Seems friendly, so we'll just jump into hyperspace, turn out that transponder off, make our way to Asconia, and then to Hasbrasil. I think this guy wants some. But I think he's decided against it. That hegemony fleet there. Alright, so making your way to Asconia. specifically to Umbra, in an attempt to make as much money as we can get. So we will jump in and cool. Let's make our way over to Umbra. We'll want to turn off our sustained burn just so we don't get overwhelmed. Let's turn off our transponder and make it the sale of the century. Right. So we can sell a bunch of those. These don't sell for amazing here. So what we're selling, like, we're selling a lot. So they'll buy it for 46, which is higher than anybody else. And I don't think there's anything really for us to buy. Graviton beam, thumpers. Okay, so but we could buy Marines here for cheap. Let's see if there's any Starliners for us to pick up. Doesn't look like it. So back over to the open market now. Doesn't seem to be anything that we care about. Alright, and Chalcedon, they want 2,000 fuel, but they're paying much less for it. And they would be the opposite direction. We could go make a bunch of money off of Chalcedon, because we will hopefully make a decent amount of money fighting pirates. But we'll have to see where that goes. Let's turn our transponder back on. Let's make a quick trip to Sindria. And hopefully we avoid that guy. So looks like we avoided. So let's make our way over to Sindria, and hopefully we will not get jumped by something nasty out here. Okay. Looks like we're mostly fine right now. They seem to be having lots of problems with pirates. But we have some wasps, so let's buy some wasps. And what is that? Paladin PD system. Okay. Got it. And we can buy supplies here for a relatively good price. So we're maxed out on the number of supplies we can carry. That's fine. What kind of ships do we have? Ah, excellent. We'll see if there's another one on the black market before we go and buy it. Doesn't look like it, so let's buy this one off the black market. And cool. Okay, so we have hit the critical mass that we would need to be able to colonize. We've actually gone over it by a fair margin at this point. How many people do you carry? Maximum crew of 280, and for the Starliner it's 1,500. Okay, so if we sell this, we'll get a certain amount. If we scuttle it, we'll get less. But also this one I think carries stuff. So this would be 21 supplies. This would be 17 supplies and heavy machinery. Yeah, I think the heavy machinery is really what brings it over. Okay, so we still exceed the amount that we would need for this guy by a huge margin. So we'll auto-fit him with nothing, really. Let's do what we always do, Pinky, and give him... Oh, nice. Interesting. And let's give it some cool stuff. So let's go ahead and give it some surveying equipment so it can survey more effectively, high resolution sensors, I think we can only give it 3, so... Okay, that should be fine. What can we put in it? Are there talons here? There are. Let's just go ahead and do that. Then let's give it all the shields it can take. And then, alright. So these, I don't know why they keep saying they have 1 ordnance left. Maybe the game will figure it out at this point. Okay, so let's repair our ships. Are people cheap here? No, but they are cheap at Umbra, and Umbra is currently undefended, I think. We can bring on more people, so let's actually make our way back to Umbra, and then we will make our way to his Brasil. We'd be able to outrun. We won't. They will scan us. We'll be on our way. Okay, so with all these supplies we have, we can go and make a ton of money. All these marines we'll be able to get from Umbra will also be relatively cheap. Alright, so we can pick up a lot of marines here for cheap. Let's just go and buy all of them. We'll take everyone's contract. We'll take all the crew's contract as well. We now have tons and tons of people. And we are full up on supplies as well. It sells for a small profit. Not really worth it. Okay, so let's get out of here. And how much longer do we have on that bounty in his Brasil? Not a huge amount of time, but it's still going to be enough, we hope. So let's make our way there. And hopefully we can get some reputation with Tritachyon. Alright, well, it didn't matter. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, that's bad. Maybe they haven't detected us. They seem to be leaving us alone. That's good. Let's run for our lives. We seem to be faster than them by a small margin. So, we could fight them, but we only have really 3 combat ships. I'm not too keen on going and dealing with all of them right now. So that salvage fleet is going to go fight them. I want to go join them. So let's join the battle and show them what's up. Luckily, okay, so they're pursuing them. Let's just have our ships join the pursuit, kill as many of the enemy as we can, take all their stuff. Our relations have improved. They are much smaller now. So let's just go ahead and try to attack them again. Drat. Alright, so we'll pursue them. We'll just attack them with our ships again. We seem to have destroyed more of them. Nothing that I want. We'll take more salvage. Okay, so they seem to have bigger problems right now than the fact that I turned off my transponder for a split second. So, we'll go to the black market, we'll sell this off. There doesn't seem to be anything here that we really want. And let's sell off the things we don't necessarily need. Okay, now on the open market, is there anything that we want? We could learn this, so let's just buy that and learn it. What can we buy ship-wise? Doesn't look like anything we're really super interested in. So we're going to give that a pass. We're going to repair our ships, and we're going to start looking for more pirates. So there seems to be something over there, but I'm not sure what it is. And someone just came in. I'm not sure who they were. So that's significant risk. We don't want that. Seems to be somebody coming over here. Is that an enemy vessel? No, it's just smugglers. We don't really want to spend our time bothering smugglers. So here we could... Ooh, baby, I love you. Let's take the drover. Let's salvage everything else. We have very little money now. There seems to be some battle going on here. Let's go up there and see if we can jump in it. We could not. But let's see what we can get from these. So nothing we want. Let's salvage it. We can also do a salvage as well, but not something that we're interested in. Let's go over here. Take this. And right now we are just doing what a great person like us would be doing, and just trying to get as much out of this conflict as possible. So they're after someone. Okay, so they were... Where are we? On here. We're over here. No? Where are we? Yeah, we're here. So, they seem to be chasing someone down here to this area. So let's go down there and see what we can find. Hopefully we won't get jumped by a bunch of pirates all at once. Seems to be a big nebula here. Okay, so we're gonna need to get back on the money train sooner rather than later. And Tritachyon seems to have this locked down, so let's make our way over to Dawn. It'd be nice if I could see what Dawn wants, but I can't at the moment. We do have all these marines, so we can go to Chalcedon and we can sell them all the supplies, all the marines, and I suppose not a whole lot of fuel. But oh yes, that's right, we have that other drover now. So let's take this drover. Let's set this as... Let's delete that. Let's set this as our custom. And... What? No. Then we will set this to as close to that as we can get it. And... hopefully that would help us out. I mean, that's not the best thing ever. Let's make our way over to, back up to... Let's make our way back over here to Tritachyon, since there doesn't appear to be... There don't seem to be all that many pirates at the moment. So we're at 4 with Tritachyon now. Better than what it was. And the bounty is now over, so we have no real need to stay here. Okay, so they don't care about us. They don't seem to care. No one cares. We're all alone in this world, this cold, cruel world. So, let's just sell this on the black market. And what can we buy for relatively cheap from these guys? Not a whole lot, I suppose. Let's go to fleet. Let's go over here. Let's try to outfit you. I mean, that is better than nothing. So, let's move this over here so we can use it in combat. And let's get out of here and let's go to Chalcedon To Chalcedon we go! Ho ho! Chalcedon! Ho ho! Sorry, French people. Oh no, the pirates! There's like one French person out there who's just seething right now. Alright. To Chalcedon. So, it's time for us to go and make a ton of money. Let's keep our transponder off because this is enemy territory. It doesn't look like the Pathers are all that capable of doing anything to us. As I say, right before like a Pather Death Fleet comes out. And it's like, hey man, what's up? How you doing? Okay, so we can sell 600 of them for quite a nice profit. We can sell some fuel, not as much of a profit as I would want. But this, oh yes, we can sell that for quite the profit. Alright, so what do we have here? Tridents. I like them. Let's sell this. Now for crew, we will want to take all of their crew so we can get past that critical number we have by a wide margin, which is great for us. So now we're going to go settle that planet. But let's see what we can buy here. Anything of that we would want. Does not look like it. We have lots of money. So let's go ahead and make our way down to Penelope's star system. And where to go? Here it is, Ishimara. So let's go to Ishimara, settle that planet, and watch it grow. Alright, so our game plan is going to be to put mining on it so it starts making some money, and then most likely from there to try and give it the biggest, baddest, meanest star fortress we can get. And if you guys thought that some aspects of this game's UI were not great, like this, like when you go and when you go and you have that first screen where you're trying to buy and figure out where to make fleets, you're going to love the colony system. It's very early 2000s, I think, maybe like early mid 2000s. But let's go ahead and establish our colony. Let's just name it Ishimara. All right. Now that you have a planet-based or otherwise static asset. Okay, now that you have planet-based or otherwise static assets, you'll need to set up your faction's name and flag. You can always change these later by clicking on your faction's name on the colony screen. Okay, so Muir cool. Okay. Let's just go with drugs are us. We'll and I don't know. What can we put here? Let's see. This to symbolize our drugs going all across the galaxy. Sounds good. Okay, yeah, the hegemony or tritachyon. So here, should is and R be used with the name is. Should A or an be used? Well, it's is. So here's the rule. So as somebody who's done copywriting, as someone who's done lots and lots of editorial work, here's the rule for if you should use a or an. There's the simple rule. There's two versions of this. There's the simple rule is if there is a consonant in the word that comes next, you generally should use an. Wait, no, you should use a if it's a consonant and an if it's a vowel. Here's the real rule. Here's the more advanced rule. if the sound the next word makes sounds, if the next word starts with a vowel sound, then you use an. If it starts with a consonant sound, then you use a. Now, this becomes a problem because that means a and an actually change across where you are. So in New York City, New York, they pronounce house as ouse. O-U-S-E. The H is completely silent. So in that case, the more advanced rule, you would use an ouse. But in other parts of the U.S., they pronounce the H, house, so it'd be a house. Herb and herb, same thing. An herb, a herb. So that's the more advanced rule. It's very colloquially based, and it can confuse people very quickly. So, but if you want to go with something that, for the most part, will be correct almost all the time, you use a for it follows a consonant, and an for if the next word starts with a vowel. So a for next word starts with consonant, and for next word starts with vowel. So ISS, that's fine. We can keep that. So it is an A drugs are us ship. Cool. So we have drugs are us. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to get mining up and going. So we will build mining. From that we will be able to build fuel protection for the volatiles and refining for the ore. Okay, let's go ahead and build mining as well, and we will eventually want to, so our access is bad until we get it like a way station up, I think it is. So let's see, can we build that as well? We have to wait for, requires a functional spaceport, so we can't do anything just yet. We're gonna have to wait some time to build these things. Now we are going to need food and organics, which we'll gain access to later. Now the thing is, until our planet can properly defend itself, it's going to suffer pirate raids. Those pirate raids will give it tons and tons of problems. So we will also need to look into building other things like a patrol HQ, which we have to have a functional spaceport for. But once the spaceport is done building, we will be able to do some other things. Alright, so we could sit here and just babysit this the entire time, which we probably should do. But realistically speaking, we need to do other things and make as much money as we can. So if we can get lots of fuel, we can, so we'd want to get more personnel, more supplies, and more crew, so we can then sell all that at a hefty profit. Now the nice part about having a colony is this. We can go to manage colony, go to storage, and now we can store everything we could want for free. Meaning we don't have to sell all this stuff anymore. We can just put it over there and it doesn't really cause us any problems. So that's the good. The bad is that now we have something that can be raided and destroyed by the enemy. Alright, so let's go, and so it's already creating crew, so that's the good part. Now this means that crew, they are bought at normal at 50 resource. We don't have anything that lets us see into the galactic net, if you will, the sector trade hub, I suppose. So we can't really do a whole lot there. Now I do know that Majek is over here, so we're going to lay in a course from Majek, and luckily the outer point is here, so we can make our way away. So we will have to go and protect that colony now that it is established. But it is what it is. Let's go and get supplies from Nova Maxos. And let's see. We're nowhere near something that will let us know what the prices of things are just yet. Turn that transponder on. Prospector, guarding Maxos. So now we can see what the price of everything is. So Epiphany, they will buy a lot of supplies for a slightly increased price, not extreme. Connie and Umbrel will both buy gas for a huge price. So let's go to Maxos. Oh. Okay, yeah, we'll do this. What's this? A beta core, you say? We'll take it. So let's continue our way to Maxos, Nova Maxos. And as you can see now, we're actually hemorrhaging funds because of that new colony. We have to continually, we have to pay for everything now. If we don't pay for things, it can go bad very quickly. Okay, so destabilized shields. Let's see if they're over here as well. They don't appear to be. I know that Nova Maxos, they are great for supplies, and they're not great for fuel, so we're not going to buy any fuel from them. Alright, so I do want these, simply because I don't know them yet, and having them is better than not having them. Alright, so let's now go to, so we have a nice bit of supplies. Let's go and buy all the fuel we can so that we can then sell it for a nice profit. So we want to go to Nakara, to Nachiteca, I think. Yes. Okay, so we go to Nachiteca, we buy a lot of fuel, and then we go and we sell to places like Chalcedon and others. Okay, so we can get some faction with Tile if we go there. And hopefully at Nachiteca we can outfit our drovers to have similar loadouts again. Alright, so let's go this way and go around those hyperspace storms. Okay, so the spaceport on Ismara is now finished. That's good. Let's make our way to Nachiteca. We don't necessarily want to fight these guys, so let's just leave. Well, can we fight them? I mean, we could. We don't necessarily want to just yet. So let's make our way here and let's buy. Oh, we're being pursued, are we? Alright then. We'll just hang out, let them scan us. And then we will get going on a sustained burn once again. Buy lots and lots of fuel. Okay, so the price of fuel went up again. That means somebody went and bought it all out. So we actually need lots of fuel to do these trades. So this is going to go up to 28 or so. We can still draw a nice profit. And now it's pretty bad. We'd still be making a profit, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as much as we'd like. So let's go and buy all the supplies we can. And I think that's everything I need there. Do they have the small interceptor rockets? No. So That's fine. Do they have any of the specialty ships that I want? No, they don't. They have some Kopeshes, which are nice, but not what I'm after right now. What about people? People are not being sold at a major profit right now. But oh boy, these guys are cheap, so we're going to buy all the Marines that we can get from them. Now we're going to Umbra, which will buy... so we want to try and get more fuel, because Umbra will buy... So grand total, we can sell about 2,500 fuel at an increased price. And so what we want to do is we want to try and sell those at those increased prices. If we can... And who else will buy this? So Epiphany will buy these for a huge profit, as will... Yeah, Epiphany will buy it for a profit. So let's try to get our hands on some more fuel. Ooh, Atlas. So let's see what we can do here. Nothing comes to mind. Nothing seems to be great there. Let's go to Yama. See if we can make a nice profit here. This guy seems to be making bad decisions. Let's just attack him. Let's try to get some nice... Let's try to get some fuel out of here. It's not great, but at the same time, it's not the worst. It does put us over what we would need to complete all those trades, so that's good. And here it's getting into really expensive territory. What about ships? What kind of ships do they have? Not what we would want to buy. And do they have any of those small interceptor missiles? The answer would be no. The answer hit be no. So, these two are probably going to fight. Pursuing your fleet. Do I want to fight these? Not if I can avoid it. Alright, now let's jump in on the battle. So they are now fleeing from the battle. Let's join the attack. Okay, not what I want. We'll take everything, and that likely increased my faction with them by a small amount. Alright, so let's make our way to Umbra, where we will make a good amount of money, then we will go elsewhere. Okay, so Umbra to sell, and then... Ooh. Oh yeah, okay, all three are in... We have some nice 3 options in Kumari Kandam. So we're going to try and pick up some more fuel in Sindria if we can, and sell lots and lots to Umbra. He's on a salvage expedition, also known as kill everyone and salvage their stuff. Alright, so we are here. Sindria is right there, so we might as well just go to Sindria and buy some fuel and supplies from them there. Okay, let's go to the black market. Let's see, do they have what we want? They have some claws. Oh, we don't have the money for it. Okay, so can we buy the fuel that we want? No. Okay, let's go to Umbra first, and then come to Sindria when we have money. Okay, so we are out of money. The moment those pirates want to avoid us at all costs, let's turn up our transponder. Let's do some trading. Alright, so we have a good amount of money now. We have loads and loads of supplies, so we can offload this for a nice amount. We want to sell more fuel in this system, actually. Okay, so Persian League here wants those. I would like a claw, thank you. And what else can I get here for cheap? I know I can get Marines here for cheap, I think. So we can get them for cheap. We're at Umbra, relatively cheap. And we're going to be selling them at Chalcedon. They want 600. We just can't afford them all. So we will buy most of them. Yeah, we'll just buy up to our limited Marines. Okay, we've done that. Now let's go with this guy. So there we go. He seems good. So now let's go to Karas in this system, wherever that is. Wait. So we go here. Okay, yeah. They're nearby-ish. And we just bought a ton of Marines, so we have no money. We need to go to Chalcedon, where we can sell lots of supplies. And we'll have to hit up Chalcedon. Yeah, let's go to Chalcedon real quick and try to remake all of our, try to get a sufficient amount of money out of this. Okay, so make some more money, be able to afford to pay people. We aren't going to turn on our transponder because our fleet isn't invincible just yet. Fuel. So Connie needs fuel. And they're willing to pay about 100 per unit or so. That's not too bad. So, black market. Sell the Marines. Sell the supplies. Sell the fuel. And we don't want to sell that much of our fuel, so let's take some of it back. Actually, you know what? Let's not sell our fuel at all. Where can we get fuel for cheap? So the fuel is not super cheap right now. So, and there was just that quest as well for trade hostilities, eh? Got it. For trade, Connie wants that. They will sell it to us for roughly, I think, 200. Yeah, they'll sell to us for about 100 per fuel, which is pretty good for us. Okay, so we will do that with the pirates. So it looks like we can take this twice for the pirates and get double the money. Double the money once the trip. So we need to go to Connie. Where is Connie? Oh, Well, it's... Alright, well, we'll just head on down there and sell them all the fuel. Okay, let's go to character, and we have 8 points left. Let's see, what do they have anything defending the planet? No. So comms array, contact this person, deliver the fuel. Deliver fuel. Alright, so we just made 40 grand for not a whole lot. So what do they have here? Doesn't seem to be much. So, what do they have for sale when it comes to ships now that we are back in the black? Not much. Nothing down there. Okay, so when we come to our ships, what do we see? You seem to be alright. Can we refit you to something more? Nope. Alright, well, what can we do now? So the second best place to sell these are at Epiphany. What about the Marines? They were also in demand at Epiphany, but not for a great price. How about you? So we can buy tons of people at Chalcedon. And then we can sell them at Syndria. Okay, so I would like to get more fuel if I can. So where can I buy fuel right now for a decent price? In Syndria. Alright, so we're going to go to Chalcedon again. We're going to buy a bunch of crew. We're going to take that crew, we're going to go to Syndria, we're going to sell a ton of stuff at Syndria. And hopefully, if we are lucky, we will not have a ton of problems. We'll be able to pay our crew again. Okay, so let's hire the crew. I don't want to go giving away our gas. We're going to need that. Okay, so this is the cheapest place to buy this, and it so I want things that I can now sell at Syndria. Syndria will pay a premium for these, but not to the extent that we would profit on it. How about domestic goods? So yeah, that's about double the price. We should buy some food for our colony. We can do that at Western S though. Alright. So to Syndria we go. Damn it. Whatever. Just land a course. Alright, let's get out of here. Head to Syndria, make a little bit more money, then we'll head back to our colony. That's that's character. So if we go back over here to Ishmara, so that one's still building. Can't do a ton about that right now. And let's make our way to Syndria. And this is sort of the main, sort of the, I suppose this could be the main gameplay loop of this game. There's the exploration and combat aspect of it as well. So we could be doing that and getting some fantastic technology to use. So, what can we get? Alright, so we can buy supplies from Syndria for relatively cheap. We can buy gas from them for relatively cheap. And they need lots of crews, so let's sell up to about 900 until we have about 1,000 crew or so. We'll sell them. Sunjiro will buy these for not amazing but not bad. And then there was domestic goods. They will buy these for premium. Okay, so as you can see, you can get some money out of all that, but these lesser things don't really give you as much. So if our drovers seem to be going wasp and claw, we're going to try and pick up all the claws and all the wasps that we can. Okay, so now what can I buy from them for a fairly good price? I think I bought everything I can that's good on pricing. So what do they have for ships? Do they have another harem for me? Doesn't quite look like it. Alright, so who wants supplies? And Mayasura? They want supplies, they'll pay a premium. And the Persian League and Kumari Kingdom will pay a premium for fuel. Who sells it for cheap? Naraka, and Nachiteka and Naraka will sell them for a nice price as well. But we have way more supplies than we do anything else. What can we do? Let's actually go to Umbra and buy some cheap crew as well, because we just sold a bunch of crew. Yeah, let's do that. And hopefully we will be able to buy some new bombers, some new herons fairly soon. So I think we're out of range of the... Oh, you want to go? Well, I don't actually want to go right now because I want to make some trades. But, okay. Well, I'm going to have to kill you. Alright, so we have the drovers that's on 2, you're 1, and you're 3. So, let's go here. The drovers will go here, and the heron will go here in a nice diamond formation. And so, this should hopefully work out for us. Alright, so the claws here, they are going to disable this ship and basically take them out of the fight early. And then these torpedoes are just going to flat out kill it. So, are you already... there's no way you're already out. No way. Right? No, I'm thinking of the drover. Okay, so he still has plenty of squalls, I think. Yeah. Okay, so he seems to be trying to attack that. We aren't having any kind of problem taking these guys out at the moment. So he's sort of just floating there. That's the claws doing a lot of the EMP damage to him. Claws are going out here. They're going to disable some of these ships. This mule will start taking some damage soon. Okay. As soon as the bombers come in. Okay. So this poor wolf is just getting taken apart as well. And let's go ahead and have everyone focus down this destroyer real quick. Destroyer seems to be doing an okay job at trying to hold its own. But against all this EMP, it just can't really do much. Okay, here goes the shepherd, and these guys are going down. Okay, and that is that. Let's full assault just in case there's somebody else there. Doesn't look like it. What ships can we get? Nothing that we really care about. Let's kick through the wreckage. They now most likely know about who we are. So I don't think we're going to be able to go in and trade. Yeah. At least a month. Well, let's make it longer. Hello, person. Oh, this small fleet you have here? I'll take it. Let's see if we can chase him down without doing an emergency burn. I don't think we'll be able to because he's just so much more agile than we are. But, you know, it's worth a shot. Alright, so where can we go now? Where is there a nice bounty for us to play around in? There is a system bounty in Nachiteka, well, in Naraka. So we can go there. We can go and get more fuel from them. We would like to pick up more people. And let's see, Nachiteka, it's not amazing yet. And now that there's that system up, and now that there is that battle station, that star station up in Penelope Star, let's actually go to Shimara and try to manage that a little bit. Because the sooner all that mining is up and the sooner it's defensible, we will start being able to make some cash on that system. Alright. You don't need to turn on your transponder for your own colonies because they just don't really care. They will stop you just to know, just to find out who you are, and then they'll just be like, hey, okay, see you later. Alright, so the mining is now complete. So let's manage the colony. So over here we have low growth. It's actually going down slightly. We have they want drugs. It's like the L. Drugs. And so part of no, we're super stable. That's good. But we just don't have a comms relay. So over here, it's because of instability? What are you talking about? I guess that's because it's just not a 10 stability. But there's the hazard rating. We're getting +2 from the spaceport. So right now it's slowly dying. And we need food. So what we want to do is we want structures. So we're going to want some ground defenses that will help with stability. We'll want a way station that will make us more accessible. So let's build the way station to try and increase how much money we get. And when that's done, I'll want to build some ground defenses. Now, orbital station, each of these come with their own benefits. So like high tech has a lot of shields, I think it is, and some lasers. Midline, that has, well, it's basically like a flat image, if you will. And low tech it has like 3 major sections, then like I think 3 sections come off of it and add more firepower. I'm not sure which of these is better than the other one, but we can't afford to do anything to them anyway. So let's go with the way station. Let's see what does this for. So if we were to just apply a ton of money to this, that would give us some nice growth. If we were to make it a free port, we would get even more. growth, but we'd also get the attention of some people we don't necessarily want to get the attention of. So part of our problem is that we're not able to trade to get drugs all that well right now. So what we also need is food, because right now it's trading to get food, and that's causing us to have a little bit of problems. So when we get to the next industry level, we'll probably get fuel, so we can start getting more of that market, and then to refining as well, so we can just do those two things on this one planet and not really have to worry about that. Okay, so what we can also do, there's another aspect to this. Oh, well, we are at 121 minutes. So, alright guys, my name has been Fen. We've got our colony going, and I will see you next time. Please comment below, tell me what's going on, if you think what I'm doing is a smart decision, if you think it's a bad decision. If you have any tips or tricks you want to tell me, just go ahead and put them in the comment, any comments that you have. And like the video if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring that bell if you just subscribed, or if you are subscribed and didn't, so you just get the videos. And I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye guys.